Okay, I'm live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. I hope that you're having a beautiful day, evening, wherever you may be. Today here in Brisbane is Thursday. Kind of cloudy, bit of wind. We've been having lower temperatures for this time of the year. We're going into our wet season, which you would probably call our summer. So today, I'm not sure who's going to be joining me. It's just a prompt. Get on, explain what I've been learning again about the Orions, because I've been working a lot on the Orions, been getting a lot of activations from them, which I've been sending out. So if you want copies of them, we have one for our memory activation. We also have, which is memory of all past and Starseed connections, DNA, everything that is related to your makeup will bring online with this memory activation. I also have a service activation. So if you're ready to move into service and you want to do your service role, this will help you. And with that is another activation which helps move all roadblocks or blockages out of the way so you can move forward or even physically move into your new role. Now, that does not mean that you're going to sometimes give up the job that you're already in. It could also mean that your consciousness shift, because you need to have that consciousness to be able to be in service to receive true abundance. So all these activations that I have typed up and have you doing regularly is a coffee donation only. So if you want them and you're watching this, even if you're not a subscriber, but if you do like this, do subscribe and get these messages out, because it's helping humanity, it's helping New Earth, it's helping the collective, it's building up the energy, it's building up all that we need to create our beautiful new frequency, our new world. So we did in the collective group here that I run a meditation on Sunday where we went to Orion. And we went to the Orion Temple of Knowledge. Now, they have three major temples on this Orion. It's the fifth planet of the Orion star system. They have the Temple of Knowledge, the Temple of Truth, and the Temple of Wisdom. And we were selected to go to the Temple of Knowledge, which was magnificent. It was just beautiful. It was rainbow colors, pastels, everything you can imagine in the way of colors. But the temple was not an ordinary temple. It was a temple that looked like a castle. So it had a drawbridge and everything, and you walked across the drawbridge and you went into the temple, and the colors were just so beautiful and energizing and giving us so much beautiful messages and healing. And, you know, we had total upgrades done on us. I was greeted by two beautiful yellow Teletubby type Orions, and they were very, very beautiful beings, and I've drawn them because I was able to come back and recall everything and draw them. Now, they were working on the back of my head, so they were doing some sort of upgrade on the back of my head. I'm not sure what they were doing, but I could see them pouring in the yellow code and the golden codes. So they were getting poured in here in the back of my head somewhere, and I could feel the pressure in the front part, which is your memory area of your brain. So the first one was Golden Ray. There he is with his antenna and his light language code that's come through. See, they look like little Teletubbies. Try and bring it up closer. It's very hard to see. So that was Golden Ray. And he was more sort of about the creative side, the arts, that kind of thing. And he had me like a notebook like this, and sit down at a little yellow table chair set and start writing. And as I wrote, I could see it was like light language code, and it was turning gold. And he said, you are a writer, so when you write, you activate others. But not only that, your memory is coming through your writing. So there was a lot of memory stuff that was going to come through my writing. So when I journal, when I write, these are when I get my downloads. And of course, this is what happens when I write. I get memory activation. So he was more of encouraging me to be in my creative aspect of myself and do my writing and that kind of thing, which is obviously going to be a part of our future. We are, as we move into these new dimensions and frequency, we're going to become more creative. The second one was called Sunny. He was a little bit over the top, sort of, you can see sort of startled look. A little bit of different antenna, different light language code coming through. They wear those little hooded Teletubby type outfits. And he was more medical. So he was more what I would call a medic. And he was working at the back and he was doing do 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 do, and I could feel it on the back of my head. And he was standing over me, and the other one was leaning over me and showing me and helping me with my writing, maybe even my drawing. So that was those two. So it's very, very fascinating what is coming through with the Orion energy. Sorry, I'm clearing something at the moment. So they set me down at the yellow chair, and that's what they did, and the yellow table. And they said, yeah, this is your writing memory will come this way. They told me that I connect better with the yellow Orions, because the yellow Orions are the people that use their gut. They go off their solar plexus. So they tend to, they're more sort of in tune with what's happening with their solar plexus and what they feel. I feel this, I feel that, and they go with it, and they let that be their guide. And so this is how I work. They also told me that the Orions are very connected to Libra, the Librians, and they think like the Librians. If you think of the Librians with the scales, you know, they're always trying to balance something, trying to work things out, trying to see through things, under things, over things. They flip things about. Well, the two Orions I know are Librians. So if you're not a Librian and you think you're an Orion, you may just carry that energy with you. That way they think. Doesn't mean you have to be a Librian, but it's bringing in that energy with you. They also told me upstairs in the temple was a big ballroom, and they sort of went, oh, that's where those nutty ones hang out, the creative ones. And they said that they do the dancing and the singing all day and creating. And they said, we'll take you up and show you. And then the Orion that I drew the other week, which was Susie. Remember Susie, the Orion, who was a bit more into her psychedelics. She was a bit of a rocky chick, if I can find it. She was more into the psychedelic side of life and a bit more sort of rocky, chicky, sort of laid back, creative type. And they said that, and I saw Susie there. And they said, this is where all the creative people hang out. This is where they, you know, where they work. I can find her picture to show you. I can't remember when I did it, actually. It depends on when they come through, and I don't have any particular order in my sketch pad, because I have so many come through that I kind of have them all over the place. But she came through, and then I saw her. It's interesting because I didn't see Billy, the one that I've drawn, but I saw Susie, and she came through very, very clearly. She actually might be in the other one. Let me have a look. She's probably in this one. Sorry, guys. I should have been more organised, but it was just a prompt. I get on and explain about the Orions. I said, all right, I'll do that. But it's interesting what's happening. Here she is here. Susie, the rocky sort of chicky Orion. She kind of reminds me of Susie Quattro. So she was in the ballroom up there where they do, and one of the other girls that was in the meditation, she's a creator. She does amazing paintings, Maureen from New Zealand, and she was in the same ballroom. She saw it. So they were showing us these things, which was really incredible, that we were in that same energy, same place, same frequency, getting shown the same thing. So then it got me thinking, well, something's going on here. I'm getting told more. So then I drew the temple, which, as I said, is like a castle, which is like this. So this is their Orion logo, a circle with a triangle on the side. They had these kind of old-fashioned triangle pillars on the edge of the castle, the edging of the castle, and then the big drawbridge door, that's the portal. And we had two beautiful little blue Teletubbies with us the whole way. And they joined us at the door and welcomed us and greeted us. So I said to them, well, it's a temple, but it's a castle. And I said, I recognize this castle. I've seen this castle. They had these castles in Germany down the Rhine River. And I said, you know, you've only got to look at Disney, and their castle was copied by the Rhine River, and what the castle from on the Rhine River, one of those famous ones. When you're going down the tour and you've got your headset on, the tour director is giving you information as you go, and he's telling you that's the castle they copied for Disney. Well, it's very much like this. And so then I realized the Orions are connected to Germany. So then I got this huge big download that there's 4 main portals in Germany that have been blocked off from the Orions arriving in Earth for the 2023 holding the truth space. It's been blocked off for a very long time. The dark people, the dark side, didn't want them coming in and out of these portals. I said, well, where are they? And they said they're on each point of the compass. So north, south, west, east. And I said, can you give me a clue to where the main portal is? And they said, the Black Forest. I went, oh, well, that makes sense. Because they said everything that has happened in history in Germany has happened to stop people from going to all these portal spots and places because they'll feel the energy. So they've had to create the wars. They've had to create the Berlin Wall. They've had to do all these terrible things in Germany and create this heavy programming to stop people wanting to go there, to feel the energy of these portals. But isn't it interesting? A lot of the militaries, especially US military, have bases in Germany for probably secret space programs and things like that. So they know about these portals. And I said, okay, so one's in the Black Forest. And then yesterday I was sitting here running my mouse over Germany, and I said, can you give me an indication where the others are? And 4 main areas came up, one of them being Cologne. And so I thought, well, this is interesting, because if they're telling me Cologne, that's only 3 or 4 hours from the Black Forest. They have given me other locations, another 3 or 4 locations, but I still have to do more work on that. And I'm now getting told that I'm going to have to go to Germany as part of my service role, as part of my travels, and start activating these Orion portals for them to be able to use them. And then yesterday, someone sent me overnight the Orion ships doing work over Germany. And you could see it was a mothership, and then all the little ships were coming out from it. And I went, oh my goodness, are the Orion ships? And they were over a town called don't quote me on that, Surgeon or something. I would say it's about 6-8 hours from the Black Forest. So it's all sort of coming together now about the Orions and their connection with Germany. Germany is going to be disappearing. It will disappear and crumble because of its wrongdoings. So a lot of the people will not, and I don't really want to have to say it, but will not survive Germany before New Earth. It will crumble. It will disappear because they have done injustice to the light. They will pay for their sins, which is sad. But only big parts of Germany. And then what will happen is Belgium will come down and wrap itself around, but will disappear. Half of it will disappear underwater, like Atlantis. So it will disappear. Half of the coastal side of Belgium will disappear, and the internal side, which is on that border up there on the west side of Germany, will wrap itself around. And I've been shown it really, really clearly. Remember, I keep telling you, New Earth is going to be more compressed. It's going to be smaller. It's going to be easier to travel. Flight distance will be shorter. So this is what's happening. And Poland, they tell me, is going to flourish. Poland's been suffering for many, many years. Poland is going to flourish because of Germany's destruction. So there's some really great stuff coming out about these Orions. There's so much to learn about them and to understand. And everyone that was in the meditation got activation, memory activation, upgrades, incredible information. Now, one of my subscribers, Sharon, who was on the meditation, who is an Orion, she said, why does the Rhine always sound like Orion? And I said, you know what? And we both got it at the same time. It's been disguised. It should have been the Orion River instead of its Rhine, Rhine. So then we got the message, you have to follow that river. Well, the river starts up top by the Netherlands and it comes all the way down into Switzerland. So Cologne is not far off that, from that line where the river comes through. And then they said from the river, it's the main compass points. So that's why I was looking at Germany. I've been to Germany, and as I say, I've been down the Rhine, so I know what it looks like. That's why I recognise the temple and the castles and the style of what it was. So this is really interesting because if you're around about Cologne and you look out into Germany and you go, okay, so I'm currently in the west side, looking out to east, north, and south, where are the next points? And that's what I was doing. And then I was asking them, give me a feeling, give me an energy to say, well, this is where we need to go. So I know that I have to go to Germany. I have to end up in Cologne somehow and then be led to go and activate these portals, which is going to be really interesting, guys, because the Orions are coming to hold the truth in place next year. So it can never, ever be taken away from us and ever be manipulated again. So I don't know if I told you in the last Orion Live that they have all the scrolls, the truth from what was found under the Vatican and all the other, plant-based medicine and everything that's been hidden from us. Well, they're all stored on Orion. They're not here on Earth, they're on Orion. Well, when I was drawing it, they said, they made me draw these windows. If you can see those little windows. Well, they're scrolls. That's symbolism of the scrolls, confirming the scrolls in Orion. So that's what that was. If you have any questions, and whoever's on, do let me know who's here, so I'm not just talking to a screen. If you have any questions, do put them down there, because it's really important topic now that we're getting closer and closer to making this place a better place and finding our truths and having them revealed. So I am asking for more guidance on Germany and what I have to do to help that and to bring it on, because there's a lot there that needs to be done. And I'm guessing the other Orion that I drew, so there was Susie. So there was Susie, and then there was who was the other one? Billy. Where's Billy? If I can find him. These sketch pads need to be put in order. Come on. It's ridiculous. I spend half my time going through them all the time and relating. I need to set up my files better. I'm sorry, people. I'm all over the place. I'm very scattered because I'm in the middle of moving. So if you do have any questions and you want to talk about the Orions and you want to get the updates from them, just keep in touch with me. So there's Billy. And see, he carries the satchel. Remember I talked about the big bag. So I'm thinking Billy's got a bag of tricks there, and he's going to help us with the Orion journey to Germany. I'll try and say that fast. Journey, Germany. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Val. How are you, hon? Grand rising to you too, my sweet. So that's what I wanted to come on and talk to you about, but Orion's part 2. As I get more and more information, and see, he has the logo too with the circle with the triangle in it. So that's the Orion triangle with the circle. So we did an underwater meditation yesterday. We did our mermaid activation from past life stuff. That was really, really interesting. And we activated the new Lemurian energy, which is going to be the new Pacific, the coast of US, South America. It's the whole new Lemurian energy that's coming in for the 5D. Well, we went underwater and we did these huge, big activations yesterday, and there was an earthquake in New Zealand last night because of it. So, and I said, when I came out of meditation, expect some earthquakes. We shifted something because the crystals, the rainbow crystals that sit under New Zealand are rising. And then as they rise, they will activate all the other crystals. And like I've explained to you before, there's green crystals under Jamaica, and under Scandinavia, they're all blue, like a sapphire blue. Under New Zealand, they're a rainbow crystal. And we did these huge, big activations under there, and big crystal ball activations, which is going to help bring in the Lemurian energy. I got shown a box of treasures, and they said to me, we are going to discover the treasures of underwater. It's been revealed to us soon. They're getting really, really, all the beings under there are getting very, very excited about what's to come. They took us to their cities, their crystal cities. They showed us what's happening down there. They took me to a big atrium, like a huge big glass house of floating plants. These plants were amazing. They were like a cactus, but they had huge, big, like pink and purple flowers. This is going to be all our plant-based medicine being discovered from under the water. They told me the super soldiers that have been doing the missions underwater know about these and have got samples ready to go to create our new plant-based medicine. And they're going to cure everything. They were so excited to show me. They were so excited to show all of us in the room. It was just amazing what we all saw and what we did. And many of them saw the plants. They showed me, it looked like what I was going to. It looked like the Atlantis town square that I have described many times. And they were like castles, golden castles, the buildings with temple spires and that on top, and domes. Well, then they told me when I was writing in my journal last night that a lot of us as children or over the generations have made sandcastles in the sand with memory activation of our old homes underwater that look like castles. And so the castles that we build and the children build in the sand is memory activation. And they remember living in these buildings. And I saw them. That's where I was in the meditation. The dolphins have got codes and the whales have got codes which they're bringing to us. And I could see the dolphins swimming over me and dropping gold code on me. So that was very interesting. I saw this being, and we're going to get to know these beings as they come out from hiding, when they feel free that they can now show us who they are. And it was a horse, but it wasn't a seahorse, and it wasn't a unicorn. It was a horse with fins, so it swam. So instead of having a horn or wings, it had fins and it swam. It was a swimming horse. So that's going to be seen. That's going to be known about. We got given a necklace with a shell on it and a golden bag, each and every one of us, and that's going to keep our Lemurian activations going, our codes. I was given that to give to everyone. So these are the things we're learning in this space. With these meditations, there's a lot coming through, and we're doing lots of activations in that space, not only in meditation in the quantum space, but here on Earth. And that's why my service role is taking me to countries to do these portals and land activations. And one of them, as I have discovered, will be Germany and the Orion portals that have been hidden. And there's 4 major ones. And it allows you to come in and out. So they're amazing. And they've been hidden from us, but I know that others know about them because they've been kept from us. And this is what they've been doing. They've been putting a huge big front up on in Germany to stop people from wanting to go there and feeling and knowing and sensing these energies, because the Orion energy is very intense, especially now that they're all being activated on the 1212 portal. Hi, Teresa. How are you, hon? Hi. To New Zealand. New Zealand and US are online. So that's probably it today. I am just about to finish. I try to keep these short and sweet, these lives, because there's so much coming through. And every time something new comes through, I will keep you updated this way, because I do lives like this on Facebook. But I just feel that for the people that aren't on Facebook or who don't follow me on Facebook, you can find me on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram. Not that I do much on Instagram because I don't understand how to use it. It's not my generation. You can catch up with what I'm talking about and what I'm doing. And so the next big thing will be the German connection with the Orions. We've also discovered that a lot of the Orion people that are in partnerships will have with them, working with them, Andromedan partners, and they're coming in to help support that marriage and partnership or whatever, even in business. So they are the builders. So you'll find the Orions will be in high places in New Earth. They'll be running and managing a lot of stuff. But you'll have the Andromedans that will be working beneath them, doing all the building. They are the builders. They will create and build. The Orions will oversee it. Then you have the Palladians that are the warriors, the fighters, the truthers. You have the Arcturians that are the healers. And you have the Syrians that are doing the technology and running all the new medical educational systems and that from behind the scenes, because they are in charge of the technology. So as you can see, it's all starting to make sense. It's all starting to unfold. And then on top of all that, you've got all these beautiful starseed connections. You've got your archangels. You've got your ascended masters working with you. I'm channeling a lot of Saint Germain lately, Archangel Michael. So it's not all about just the beings. It's about Archangel Michael. Saint Germain's done a beautiful activation for us to take away all the ascension pain. He's given us an ascension blessing to do. If you want that as well, that's available. That came through this week. So we've got the ascension blessing and taking away the pain, because a lot of our bodies are suffering as we become lighter bodies. And then we've got the clearing and the movement activation. And we've got the beautiful Orion activation. So that was from the High Council of Orion. But we've also got the movement and the clearing one from Archangel Michael. So you see, I work with many different dimensions. I'm in and out of other dimensions. Half the time I'm not really here. I'm all over the place. So some really cool stuff coming through. And I'm happy to share it with you, whether it means getting more subscribers or losing them, because I see I've lost a couple and I think they probably can't understand the whole Orion thing. It is hard to get your head around with the antenna that's not visible. If it's not visible, then you don't understand it, right? But if I can see it and then describe it and explain it to you, and then when we go into the meditation space, people can see it and see what I'm talking about. So there's all that happening. All right, guys. Well, it's been a lovely little quick live update for you all. If you do have or continue to want more questions on the Orions, I am still obviously channeling a lot about them and working with them. Rosillas out there are making a noise. And, if you want these activations, do reach out to me, because I'm happy to send them through to you just for a coffee donation with my PayPal. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because we do need to share these messages and get them out there, because we're going to be seeing a lot of stuff very soon. So all have a beautiful day, evening, wherever you are. Take care. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm very grateful to have you all here in this learning space of ours. It's such a beautiful space. And as we do these activations, we become so much more calmer, more freer. We feel like we're getting somewhere now. We're starting to receive more messages, more downloads. We're starting to get shown more. Not what's happening in the matrix, the 3D matrix. We don't need to know about that, because that's all been solved and done and worked on. We have to look at our new life and what that's going to look like, our beautiful new 5D life, and work on developing and really making it happen and manifesting it and moving in that energy. The activations really help. Yes, they do. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, because you were not too well yesterday and it's shifted you out of there. Meditations and activations. I did, Valerie. I did send them to you. You have everything. It should be in your email, hon. Check your spam. Now, if you ever get an email from me, it comes from truthofthematter2020@gmail. Because it's got truth at the front, I did find that a lot of people have told me over the last 18 months or 2 years, it does go into spam. So again, censorship, unfortunately. All right, guys. Well, thank you again. Yes, I do one-on-ones, Val. Absolutely, I do. I do 30 minutes or 1 hour over Zoom, and it's recorded. So I can really help you and look at your service role, your activations that need to be done. I was talking to a lady in the UK last week, and she's going to start working with the elementals. So a lot of you are going to start working with the elementals. That's coming online now. So you've got all your fairies, your pixies, your unicorns, your dragons, your Sasquatch. All that is coming online for a lot of people to work with. And it's a very important part of the new earth, because they're bringing a lot of the recipes with them for the plant medicine. So if you want to book a one-on-one with me and you don't have Messenger, then email me at truthofthematter2020@gmail.com, and I can set it up over Zoom, and it's PayPal, 30 minutes or 1 hour, depending on what you need. But I always go over, because I channel and I get information, and I look at your background, I look where you've come from, where you're going, how's that working with you now, what activations you need to be doing to help yourself to do your ascension and move forward. Because a lot of you get blocked or stuck. And of course, we're going through that transition period at the moment from 10-10 portal to the 12-12 portal. You're in the middle there, stuck. And people have been asking me, so what's happening with 11-11? Well, with 11-11 this year, it's about where you are. Are you comfortable where you are? Are you on track? Is this what you want to be doing? Because it's allowing you to see where you need to be for your 12-12 activation to go into service. I do them to fit in with Australian times. So I do morning or evening, depending on where you are. The UK one I had to do at 7 p.m. evening time for their morning. And for the US, I do my morning, your evening. Yeah, Teresa, you're going to be working with the elementals. Now, when I come to New Zealand, we are going to have, and I'm already working on it, a meditation. We're going to have a bush walk, go through the bush. We're going to activate the New Zealand land. We're going to plant crystals. We're going to do elemental activations. We're going to do new earth activations, and we're going to do a meditation, a live meditation over Zoom. So if you want to be part of these things that I'm doing moving forward, do follow me, because I'm going to let you know all the way. And don't forget, I've got my new travel video, which haven't got much on there at the moment. But that's in readiness for when I do start moving forward and traveling. It is. It's really exciting, isn't it? It is. It's so exciting what's coming up for us, guys. And, we've all been waiting so long, but it's not long now, and we'll be there. So I will be in New Zealand, hopefully. I'm planning, and I know I'm getting told, before Christmas. And we're looking at the last weekend of January for the little retreat we're going to do. We're looking at maybe staying in cabins somewhere. We kind of want to be a small group of people just enjoying good company, like-mindedness, spirituality. We want to be able to talk face to face, and we want to be able to do our crystal activations, planting, land activation, our beautiful walk, hopefully somewhere near a waterfall. So we're sort of thinking middle of New Zealand, so it's easy for people to get to, like Lake Taupo, Lake Rotorua. So if you have any suggestions, do let me know. And then when I come to the US, I'll be doing the same. I have the same kind of thing happening in the US. I'm going to do the same when I go to the Caribbean. And then, of course, after that, I have to look at going over to Germany and then on to the UK and Ireland. I'm going to need a holiday somewhere in between. I haven't had a holiday. All right, guys, take care. Bye for now.